Hey, I'm gonna read about the hero archetype. What do I think? How do I perceive it in my life, in my inner world? So I'm gonna read this from my notebook. What does it mean to be a hero? What is a heroic action? Have I felt this before? So, two times have I felt heroic or admired since I recovered the faculty to see my emotional and conceptual self. One time, I went into some thorny bushes uh, for a young fella that lost his ball. I saw him trying for a while, and then I offered to go in. I had a jacket and jeans. When I come back, I had a little bit of blood in my nose and hands, and this uh, young guy looked at me with a very honest admiration, and that felt quite fulfilling. So I remember it in my mind. The second time was more recent. I was playing with the son of a friend in the canal in Portobello. Uh, I was playing like for 40 minutes. Then I was taking a break uh, while my friend was playing. Uh, then the ball came my way, going very fast to the canal, in parallel course to the side of the canal. So he was getting closer, but not falling, right? Then it looked to me, it looked like he was lost, but I just thought maybe I can do it. I was pretty warm from the training, so I went for it. I sprinted parallel to the ball. I made a very dramatic scene for the spectators in the plaza. I slide like 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 centimeters before the ball went down to the canal. So I went to the floor. Uh, uh, I stand up to the clapping of the plaza, and that surprised me. So I stand up, and people were cheering, and some people personally congratulate me. This was to my inner process. It was in a very interesting moment of my life, so it felt pretty great. And I talked to my friends and his family. Just before I did it, I thought to myself, "I am Ronaldo. I am Ronaldo." Anyway, the spectator element made me think about a sportsman and people that have this motivation as the rowing of a stadium, and what fits this feeling. So, in both situations, I've put my individual well-being in a certain risk or relative risk for the benefit of another being in a relative disadvantage. It's like a problem solver. Uh, Depending, of course, there's lots of variations. Uh, in my regular life, I encounter this fulfilling sentiment in smaller doses and always filter with the distorting glasses of money. Every time someone in a work environment comes with a problem, a project, or a repair, you are in that case depending on your skills and your ability to respond. Responsibility. Being a hero to that person, your skills are being of service. Yet, the quid pro quo of the work environment removes some of that fulfilling element. And in fact, many times the money holder forgets that it's in fact them who have come with a problem or a project. Uh, but what's an architect without the other people outsourcing the building of their homes? What's a doctor if not the outsourcing of our understanding of health? You see, the more you contract heroes on the outside, the less you become it on the inside. What's an architect but someone that, aware of not, dedicates his time to manifest our physical or our built environment? What's a police officer if not an extra pair of helping hands if your ability to respond is overwhelmed? Why point them in the direction of people seeking freedom during lockdowns? How does reality come about? Who rules the helping hand? It's always a predicament in government. In our innate desire to be of service, the heroic and admire, uh, in our there lies the hero's weakness. Uh, to place this at the highest value and not awareness will inevitably cloud your vision, and now you have money and recognition clouding action. What is heroic action then? To put yourself in service, to overextend at a risk to yourself for someone in perceived or relative disadvantage to a problem or situation. I might never share the inner battles I have experienced, aid and guided for brilliant brooks and maps of consciousness put before me by many. But I'm certain of something. After all of this going inside, the ability I had gained is to let my heart speak, to see the place of the conceptual mind, the body mind, and the emotional mind, all under the veil of a single awareness. I am not the first awareness that has perceived these patterns. As I adventure more into it, I realize this is a very constant map of experience reality. Now, to leave this video with a concrete area where I see the hero archetype routine working in a practical way would be when we victimize ourselves, when we put ourselves in that category and see ourselves as not able to save ourselves or be our own heroes in our story.